We knew that this year would be challenging in many ways, both in the classroom and on the stage. But one thing we all agreed on is that the show must go on. In a normal year, the musical team, comprised of Sue Huther, Jenny Brown, Dana Lavecchio, and myself, Christine Beekner-Miller, begins in May. We choose a show, and I begin the process of blocking, choreographing, creating the set design, prop and costume lists, and more. By September, the entire team is hard at work preparing for the 3-month season we have with our students. Many pieces must be completed before the students audition and take the stage. In a traditional season, we will work with 100 students and staff and more than 135 hours of rehearsal time on stage. That doesn't include all of the practice time students must commit to on their own or the additional hours the musical team spends after rehearsals and over the weekends and months before a show premieres. Musical is truly our sport, and these students are elite athletes. There are many benefits to participating in musical theater programs. First, children that participate in drama programs experience improved reading comprehension and typically are more interested in learning. It also provides children with the opportunity to explore their imagination and make creative choices at a young age. Hence, drama demands self-discipline and control from its actors and actresses. Improvisation helps develop quick thinking and problem-solving skills. Performing on stage requires concentration and mental focus, which is a necessary skill to have in achieving goals in life. Most importantly, musical theater fosters a social awareness through exposure to these social issues, events, and cultures that are portrayed in these scripts. These very things help students to develop an ability to understand works of literature, performance, and expression in general. It is a great opportunity for students to continue to further their education and have a great time with friends on stage. It is an outlet for students to express themselves in a unique manner artistically. Ultimately, musical theater is important because it helps children recognize their potential for success, and you are about to see some very successful students. In Being Alive, the closing number from Act 2 of Company, Bobby, a single New Yorker who feels alone on his 35th birthday party, sings a bitter discourse on marriage. But the tone and the text of the song shift as Bobby gradually sheds his cynicism and embraces his vulnerability. For Bobby, finding someone to love becomes, in the words of Sondheim scholar Sander Goodhart, a matter of existential survival. But as the pandemic has made clearer, loneliness exacts a bitter cost. We humans are social animals. In that spirit, this is Junior Ollie Struther beginning our show with his take on the pandemic anthem that we all need right now.
Someone to hold you too close. Someone that hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair to ruin your sleep.
That's true, but there's more than that.
Is that all you think there is to it?
You've got so many reasons for not being with someone, but Robert, you haven't got one good reason for being alone.
Come on, you're onto something, Bobby. You're onto something.
Someone to need you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short and put you through hell.
You're not a kid anymore, Robert. I don't think you'll ever be a kid again, you know.
Hey, buddy, don't be afraid it won't be perfect. The only thing to be afraid of, really, is that it won't be.
Don't stop now. Keep going.
Someone you have to let in. Someone whose feelings you spare. Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot.
What does all that mean?
Robert, how do you know so much about it when you've never been there?
It's much better living it than looking at it, Robert.
Add 'em up, Bobby. Add 'em up.
Someone to crowd you with love, someone to force you to care, someone to make you come through, who'll always be there, as frightened as you of being alive, being alive, being alive, being alive.
Blow out the candles, Robert, and make a wish. Want something. Want something.
Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Bury my days. But alone is alone. Not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive.
Speechless is a song in the 2019 live-action remake Aladdin. It is a solo sung by Jasmine, expressing how tired she is about being locked away in the palace and being silenced by Jafar. Here she begins to finally take a stand. Speechless was the breakout song of Disney's live-action Aladdin. This empowering song, which wasn't featured in the 1992 animated movie, was added to give a much-needed update to one of the most beloved Disney princesses. The directors wanted to have a modern-day Disney princess who is looking to lead. Here we have freshman Allison Dalton making her Southwestern debut.
Comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that has taken me under. Swallowing sand, left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me or cut me down, I won't be silenced, you can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it, all I know is I won't go speechless. in stone, every rule, every word, centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place, better seen and not heard. But now that story is ending, 'cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on and try to shut me and cut me down. I won't be silent, you can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. Let the storm in, I cannot be broken. No, I won't live unspoken, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Try to lock me in this cage, I won't just lay me down and die. I will take his broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hear the echoes saying I won't be silenced. Though you wanna see me tremble when you try it, all I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. 'Cause I'm free when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless.
Fiddle Around the Roof is a musical set in Imperial Russia in 1905. The story centers on Tevi, the father of 5 daughters, and his attempts to maintain his Jewish religious and cultural traditions. As outside influences encroach upon the family's lives, he must cope both with the strong-willed actions of his 3 older daughters who wish to marry for love. Far From the Home I Love is sung by Hodel. In Act 2, after news that her fiancé has been arrested and exiled to Siberia, she explains to her father that her home is with her beloved, wherever he may be, although she will always love her family. Please enjoy sophomore Julia Meyer's powerful performance.
Oh, can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. Once I was happily content to be as I was, where I was, close to the people who were close to me, here in the home I love. Who could see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams? Oh, bless I stand with him, watching older dreams grow dim. Oh, what a melancholy choice this is, wanting home, wanting him, closing my heart to every hope but his, leaving the home I love. There where my heart has settled long ago, I must go, I must go. Who could imagine I'd be wandering so far from the home I
It is 3 a.m. on a chilly morning in early December 1933. 6 orphans are asleep in the dormitory of the Girls' Annex of the New York City Municipal Orphanage. The orphans are Molly, the littlest, who is 6, Kate, the next to littlest, who is 7, Tessie, the crybaby, who is 10, Pepper, the toughest, who is 12, July, the quietest, who is 13, and Duffy, the biggest, who is also 13. Molly is just waking up from a dream and crying out for her mother. The other orphans wake up and begin arguing. Annie, who is 11 and has been up cleaning, runs in. Annie comforts Molly, who begs her to read the note that Annie's parents left when they abandoned her. Pepper reminds the group that they also left Annie 1/2 of a silver locket and kept the other half with a promise to reclaim her one day. Annie then pulls Molly close to her and sings about the parents she imagines but has never known. The other orphans join her. Freshman Marley Ohl performs this moving piece named Maybe, which is full of hope even in the most difficult times.
Be far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee, she may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill, she's sitting playing piano, he's sitting paying a bill. Bet you they're young, bet you they're smart, bet they collect things like ashtrays and art. Bet you they're good, why shouldn't they be? Their one mistake was giving up me. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, maybe. Betcha he reads, betcha she sews, maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict, as straight as a line, don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby,
Waitress is a story about Jenna, a waitress and expert pie maker stuck in a small town and a loveless marriage. Faced with an unexpected pregnancy, Jenna fears she may have to abandon the dream of opening her own pie shop. Until a baking contest in a nearby county and the town's handsome new doctor offer her a tempting recipe for happiness. Supported by her quirky crew of fellow waitresses and loyal customers, Jenna summons the secret ingredient she's been missing all along: courage. For her final senior year solo, Rachel Ekstrom sings as Jenna, leaving everything on the stage one final time with the number She Used to Be Mine, which laments all of the many times in life that we believed we could be something different.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me. These shoes, this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good,
used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door and carves out a person that makes you believe it's so true. Now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for the chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For that girl that I knew who was reckless just enough, who gets hurt, but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared. Life that's inside her growing stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone, but it used to be mine. Oh, it used to be mine. She's messy, but she's kind. She is lonely. Most of the time she is always mixed and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
Written by Stephen Schwartz and John Michael Tebelek, and based primarily on the Gospel of Matthew, Godspell modernizes the story of Christ, setting it in the here and now against an urban backdrop and with a soundtrack that makes use of multiple genres, including pop, folk rock, gospel, and vaudeville. There's a lot of division between people, whether it's on social media, whether it's face-to-face, or about politics, religion, or race, Price, a recent director, says about the show's importance for today. This show is about coming together. Beautiful City was written in 1972 as part of the film and rewritten in 1993 after the Rodney King riots in Los Angeles. Here is senior Jaden Kinnear ending his Southwestern stage career singing one of the most beautiful and treasured songs from the show.
Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray, reaching for the day city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. A city of men.
Maria is a song from the 1957 Broadway musical West Side Story. Sung by the lead character Tony, the music was written by Leonard Bernstein and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. The song was published in 1956. Maria is sung by the male lead Tony when he learns the name of the girl he's fallen in love with is Maria. The story centers around Maria, the sister of the Puerto Rican gang leader Bernardo. When Tony, a member of the white gang, the Jets, sees Maria at a high school dance, he is infatuated. Bernstein admits that his initial lyrics, which included lines such as "lips like mine, divine," were simply put, bad. Sondheim felt that since Tony had just met Maria, the song should not be about her, but about how her name sounds like the most beautiful word on earth. Instead of singing about the girl, Tony sings, "The most beautiful sound I ever heard, all the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word." Here is Junior Trenton Shutters following in the footsteps of Marvin Gaye and Josh Groban singing Maria.
Most beautiful sound I've ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I've just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same to me. Maria, I've just kissed a girl named Maria, and suddenly I found how wonderful a sound can be. Say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. The most beautiful sound I've ever heard. Maria.
In 2002, Billy Joel's songs were featured in the Broadway musical Movin' Out, conceived by Twyla Tharp. The musical Movin' Out tells the story of a generation of American youth growing up on Long Island during the 1960s and their experiences with the Vietnam War. The principal characters are drawn from those who appeared in various Joel tunes: high school sweethearts Brenda and Eddie, James, Judy, and Tony. The show is unusual in that, unlike the traditional musical, essentially it's a series of dances linked by a thin plot, and none of the dancers sing. All the vocals are performed by pianist and band suspended on a platform above the stage, while the dancers act out their narrative, sans dialogue, making the show, in essence, a rock ballet. Our next singer, junior Alex Spoon, performs She's Got a Way and captures the tone of the show expertly.
She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her. She's got a way of pleasing. I don't know what it is, but there doesn't have to be a reason anyway. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know what it is, but I have to laugh when she reveals me. She's got a way of talking. I don't know what it is, but it lifts me up when we are walking anywhere. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me without a sound. She touches me, I get turned around. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know what it is, but I have to laugh when she reveals me. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her anyway.
Based on the 1991 film of the same name, Dogfight told of a bunch of Marines about to embark from San Francisco across the Pacific. In November 1963, the day before JFK is shot, they join together to wage a dogfight. That is, a dance in which the Marine who manages to bring the ugliest girl wins the cash prize. This is a cruel situation that the creators used to illustrate human nature at its worst. As the show progresses, things turn around and we start to see a better side of humanity. Rose's Pretty Funny, sung by the crestfallen girl after the plot has been revealed, is one of the score's best moments. After the truth is revealed, back home in her bedroom, surrounded by rejected dresses and dashed hopes, Rose beats herself up for having believed her dates' lies. Later, however, after an apology, Rose learns that despite its unpleasantness, what happened earlier that night has helped her to a new understanding. She can no longer allow herself to be defined by what other people think of her. Here, giving an incredibly emotional performance as Rose, is junior Jacqueline Bileta.
Close the window, draw the curtain, hide the bright light of the moon, hang the dresses, ugly dresses. No one likes maroon. Wipe off all that stupid lipstick. Return the earrings to their case. Makeup won't make any difference. Still the same old fate. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny you believe that it was real? Pretty funny. All disasters have an upside. You can find one if you try. You went dancing, you were dancing. You were dancing with a guy. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Aren't you funny? Pathetically naive and desperate to believe you can always find some good. Well, you misunderstood, or you've been dreaming. 'Cause people are just cruel. Shut the light off, turn the bed down. No more crying, don't you dare. You'll wake up sometime tomorrow and forget to even care. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? For a moment, he convinced me I could be pretty funny.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is a reimagining of the biblical story of Joseph, his father Jacob, 11 brothers, and the coat of many colors. Told entirely through song with the help of a main character narrator, the musical follows preferred son Joseph. After being sold into slavery by his brothers, he integrates himself with Egyptian noble Potiphar, but ends up in jail after refusing the amorous advances of Potiphar's wife. While imprisoned, Joseph discovers his ability to interpret dreams, and he soon finds himself in front of the mighty but troubled Elvis, inspired Pharaoh. Joseph's solution to Egypt's famine elevates him to Pharaoh's right-hand man and reunites him with his family. Sophomore Aaron Zaccardo sings as Joseph in the moving number titled Close Every Door. This song takes place at the end of Act 1, and we see our beloved main character beginning to feel despair as he has faced one too many obstacles.
Close every door to me, hide all the world from with me, hate me and laugh at me, darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find our own peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own. Just give me a number instead of my name, forget all about me and let me decay. I do not matter, I'm only one person. Destroy me completely, then throw me away. There I know I shall find our own peace of mind, for I have been promised land of our own. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find our own peace of mind, for we have been promised a land of our own.
Burn from Hamilton shows Eliza's devastation when she receives news of Hamilton's affair through a publication, the Reynolds pamphlet. She sings about the affectionate love in his letters and words he had shown her for years and wonders what it means. Eliza concludes by erasing herself from the narrative and burning the letters from Hamilton that she saved so no one will know her feelings. It ends up being ironic because although Eliza erases herself from the narrative, she ends up telling everyone's story. Here, senior Lily Nelson portrays the deep hurt, anger, shock, and depression Eliza sings about in a beautiful lyrical dance that she choreographed herself. Lily has been an assistant choreographer for several years and an important part of the SWCS stage since her middle school years. This number is a final conclusion to her many years of dedicated work.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine, I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. Only reading the letters you wrote me, I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to I'm erasing myself from the narrative, Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
Pipe Dream is the seventh musical by the team of Rodgers and Hammerstein. It premiered on Broadway November 30th, 1955. The work is based on John Steinbeck's short novel Sweet Thursday. Set in Monterey, California, the musical tells the story of a romance between Doc, a marine biologist, and Susie. Trying to share his feelings, Doc asks Susie what she's looking for in a partner. Somehow, things don't go as planned, and their opportunity at romance appears lost. Still, they both resolve to be smarter the next time they fall in love. Appearing together for their first duet are sophomore Julia Myers and Jacob Lawton singing as Doc and Susie.
I played with fire and burned, that's how I live. I must admit I owe a lot to you. From now on I will know what not to do. The next time it happens, I'll be wise enough to know not to trust my eyesight when my eyes begin to glow. The next time I'm in love with anyone like you, my heart will sing no love song till I know the words are true. The next time it happens, what a foolish thing to say. Who expects a miracle to happen every day? It isn't in the cards, as far as I can see, that a thing so beautiful and wonderful could happen more than once to me.
Please don't say anything.
I wasn't going to.
Talking about it's a waste of time.
One thing about a balloon is once it's bust for good.
Bingo.
No, you're not the only one that's learned anything from this. We're even. The next time it happens, I'll be wise enough to know not to trust my eyesight when my eyes begin to glow. The next time I'm in love with anyone like you, my heart will sing no love song till I know the words are true. The next time it happens, what a foolish thing to say. Who expects a miracle to happen every day? It isn't in the cards, as far as I can see, that a thing so beautiful and wonderful could happen more than once to me. Bye.
Bye.
You know, it's kind of awkward you watching me crawl through a pipe like this.
As far as I can see, that a thing so beautiful and wonderful could happen more than
Anything Goes is a musical with music and lyrics by Cole Porter. It is a masterful mashup of musical comedy, gangster movie, screwball comedy, and social satire. Its twin satirical targets remain as potent as ever: America's habit of turning religion into show business and criminals into celebrities. Notably, there are two criminals among the cast, Mooney and Billy, one masquerading as a preacher, the other a fake celebrity. The story concerns madcap antics aboard an ocean liner bound from New York to London. Billy Crocker is a stowaway in love with heiress Hope Harcourt, who is engaged to Lord Evelyn Oakley. Nightclub singer Reno Sweeney and Public Enemy number 13, Moonface Martin, aid Billy in his quest to win Hope. Here singing their first duet together are sophomore Jake Johnson and junior Jacqueline Beleta, playing Moonface and Reno respectively. They sing about always being there when the other is in need.
Through thick and thin,
night and day,
right or wrong,
if you're ever in a jam, here I am.
if you ever need a pal, I'm your gal.
If you ever feel so happy you land in jail, I'm your bail. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. La-da-la-da-la-da, dig-dig-dig. If you're ever down a well, ring my bell.
If you ever catch on fire, send the wire.
If you ever lose your teeth when you're out to dine, borrow mine. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blendship. When other friendships have been to gel, ours will still be swell. La-da-la-da-la-da, hep, hep, hep.
If they ever black your eyes, put me wise.
If they ever cook your goose, turn me loose.
If they ever put a bullet through your brain, I'll complain.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blendship. When other friendships go up in smoke, ours will still be oak. La-da-la-da-la-da, goof, goof, goof. Meow, meow, meow.
Woof, woof, woof.
Quack, quack, quack.
Woof, woof, woof.
Well, why do you keep woofing at me? I'm not a dog.
You Can't Stop the Beat is the finale number in the 2002 musical Hairspray. It is sung by Tracy, Link, Penny, Seaweed, Edna, Motormouth, Velma, and Amber, with Corny and Wilbur as backup singers. Although the lyrics touch on sizeism and racism, the song also references broader themes of change and progression. Critical reception of this number was overwhelmingly positive, with sources like the New York Times stating it was a contagiously elating finale, and the Sun Southwestern College saying, "You Can't Stop the Beat" was so high energy, it seemed the cast had drained the espresso machine. It left the audience exhausted. Here to demonstrate that upbeat, contagious song and dance are senior Lily Nelson, who choreographed this number, as well as her partner, freshman Jocelyn Brown.
You can't stop an avalanche as it races down the hill. You can try to stop the seasons, girl, but you know you never will. And you could try to stop my dancing feet, but I just cannot stand still. 'Cause the world
Mamma Mia tells the hilarious story of a young woman's search for her birth father. The sunny and funny tale unfolds on a Greek island paradise. On the eve of her wedding, a daughter's quest to discover the identity of her father brings 3 men from her mother's past back to the island they last visited 20 years ago. In this scene, actors Allison Dalton, Jocelyn Brown, and Grace Anderson, all freshmen, reenact the scene in which we find out that Sophie, played by Allison, has invited 3 men to her wedding in hopes that she can determine which is her father.
Sophie!
Allie, Lisa, where have you been? I thought you'd get here hours ago.
What a journey, but guess who left her ticket on the kitchen table?
We said we have to get on this plane. It's our best friend's wedding tomorrow.
We made such a fuss. But you weren't getting married without your bridesmaids.
So where is he then? Your Sky. We're dying to meet him.
How's your mom? I bet Donna's going nuts over this wedding.
Listen, I've got a secret, and you're the only ones I can tell.
Oh my God, you're pregnant?
No! I invited my dad to my wedding.
Your dad?
You mean you found him at last?
Not exactly. Look, I found this in Mom's desk.
Sophie, you're not supposed to go around reading your mom's diary.
No, she's supposed to be going around reading yours.
But look, 1979, it's the one she kept the year she got pregnant with me. You know how she won't talk about my dad, how she says she can't remember? Well, listen, July 17th. What a night. After the show, Sam rowed me over to the little island. We danced on the beach. We kissed on the beach, and ...
What? ...
That's what they did in the olden days. Sam's the one. I know he is. I never felt like this before.
So, this guy Sam is your dad?
The plot thickens. Sam told Mom he was going back home to get married. Hang on. August 4th. What a night. I was still feeling depressed about Sam, but after the show, Bill rented a motorboat, and I took him over to the island. One thing led to another, and ...
Bill?
August 15th. What a night. Harry turned up out of the blue. I must need my head examined, but he was so sweet, I couldn't help it, and...
Harry.
Yep. He has a name. Well, 3 names. Sam, Bill, or Harry.
And they're all arriving for the wedding.
Yes.
Flippin' heck, Sophie. Do they know?
What do you write to a total stranger? Come to my wedding. By the way, you might be my dad. No. They think Mom sent the invitations, and afterwards written here. I'm not surprised. They all said yes.
Oh my gosh, are you sure about this?
Yes. I want the perfect wedding. And I want my dad to give me away.
Well, let's hope it's a wide aisle.
We've got to keep Mom out of the way. She mustn't know what I've done.
She's bound to know sooner or later.
I don't want her frightening them off before I've got to know them. With any luck, I'll know my dad straight away.
What if you don't?
Then, I've got 24 hours to find out.
Hamilton is a musical theater production that tells the story of forgotten American founding father Alexander Hamilton and his ascent out of poverty and to power against the backdrop of the American War of Independence. In addition, a major reason Hamilton is a success is in the way the show promotes multiculturalism in its portrayal of the diversity in America, emphasizes interculturalism in how it depicts the story's protagonist and antagonist, and celebrates transculturalism by infusing known characters with new ethnic groups to create an entirely original kind of production. In the following number, the Schuyler sisters, Angelica, Peggy, and Eliza are introduced as they reveal their background and ambitions. Seniors Emma Dow and Emma Anderson, along with junior Isabella Grijalva, perform this song introducing us to the sisters' different personalities and views and how they are excited to be in this new age amidst the powder keg of the early days of the Revolution. With a special guest appearance by freshman Jocelyn Brown, who plays Burr.
nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Tate Phillips Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys.
Angelica,
Eliza,
the Schuyler sisters. Angelica,
Eliza.
Daddy said to be home by sundown.
Daddy doesn't need to know.
Daddy said not to go downtown.
Like I said, you're free to go.
But look around, the revolution's happening in New York.
work.
It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war.
People shouting in the square.
It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore.
New ideas in the air. Look around.
Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
She's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, 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 work.
Woo! There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. Why you slumming in the city in your fancy heels? Searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Burr, you disgust me.
So you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work!
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Cause I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that I'm created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Angelica,
Eliza,
the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for a mind at work. Hey, whoa, in the greatest city in the world.
In the greatest city in the world.
In freshman Jocelyn Brown's first ever choreographed number for the SWCS stage, she brings Dancing Queen from Mamma Mia to life, along with freshman Grace Anderson, sophomore Katrina Linkis-Joy, and freshman Allison Dalton. In this number, Sophie has discovered her mother's old diary and finds entries which describe dates with 3 men, Sam, Bill, and Harry. Sophie believes one of these men is her father, and 3 months before her nuptials sends each an invitation to her wedding, writing in her mother's name, Donna, without letting her unsuspecting mother know. When the men begin to show up, Donna, her mother, is very upset, but her friends Tanya and Rosie try to convince her that she can still be the girl she once was in Dancing Queen.
Anybody
with a bit of rock music. Everything's fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. See that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing
Our finale is a group number choreographed by senior Lily Nelson. Friend Like Me from Aladdin and performed by Will Smith was the 2019 remake of Disney's 1992 Aladdin, featuring the late Robin Williams as the genie. The plot follows Aladdin, a street urchin, as he falls in love with Princess Jasmine, befriends a wish-granting genie, and battles the wicked Jafar. Smith's performance of Friend Like Me in Aladdin is faithful to the animated version. However, in the recording booth, Smith played with different mixes and classic hip-hop beats to add his own flavor, and the genie was really reborn. Enjoy the final number of this year's Southwestern Central School's Broadway blend, featuring Grace Anderson, Jocelyn Brown, Allison Dalton, Rachel Ekstrom, Isabella Grijalva, Jake Johnson, Jaden Kinnear, Robin Craker, Jacob Lawton, Katrina Linkous-Joy, Julia Myers, Lily Nelson, Marley Ohl, and Trenton Shutters.
Kidding. Watch this. Here I go. Woo! Back up. Uh-oh. Watch out. You done wound me up. About to show you what I'm working with. Well, Alibaba, he had them 40 thieves. Scheherazade had 1,000 tales. But master, you're in luck, because up your sleeves you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, and how all you gotta do is rub that lamp. And then I'll say, Mr. Man, what's your name? Whatever, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, I'll jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'. Come whisper to me whatever it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. We pride ourselves on service. You the boss, the king, the shah. Say what you wish is yours to dish. How about a little more baklava? Have some of column A, try all of column B. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. This the big part, watch out! This the big part, oh! Stir Aladdin, yes! 1 wish or 2 or 3. Well, I'm on the job, you big nabob. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like. You ain't never had a friend like me.